You flew away, along with all I'm dreaming. It's breaking my heart. We'll meet again someday, but for now I'm grieving, 'cause you'll always be a part of me. I felt you grow as we waited for a little heart beating down inside. We do not know why life changes, takes from us the miracles we find, but it does. You flew away, along with all I'm dreaming. It's breaking my heart. We'll meet again someday, but for now I'm grieving, 'cause you'll always be a part of me. One precious life in a daydream, two little hands we never got to hold. I reenact that moment, something I could do to bring you back, but you're still gone, and I have to move on tonight. You're still gone, and I have to move. You flew away, along with all I'm dreaming. It's breaking my heart. Meet again someday, but for now I'm grieving, 'cause you'll always be a part of me. You're a part of me. You're a part of me. Hello, patrons! Welcome to November's live stream concert. I have my wife Melissa off screen here
Hi.
in the room. Oh man, today was super fun and also pretty tiring. I think I have enough voice left to do this, but we had a house full of small children. It was our daughter's 3rd birthday, and she was visited by a unicorn.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep. Yeah, it was a blast. It was super fun. So some of you on, I think, were actually at the party. Thank you for coming. So I posed the question at the top. What's your favorite Halloween candy? We got Aaron Schulman said Snickers. That's classic, man. It's been a solid for a long time. I don't know what's yours, Melissa.
Such a tough choice.
It's a tough choice.
Are we going fruity or chocolate?
It's your choice. Your pick.
Oh, man. I'm a big fan of Almond Joys.
And the kids aren't like huge fans of that, so that kind of works
That's
out.
why it works in my favor. I can steal them all and they don't care. Although the other day, did I tell you this? I don't think I did. Falcon, after we went trick-or-treating, he woke up the next morning. He was throwing something away in the trash can. He looked inside and he said, "Who ate all my Halloween candy?" He was so distressed. And I explained to him, I was like, if it wasn't for Mommy and Daddy taking you out trick-or-treating, you would not have any of this. So, therefore, we get all that we want.
Right.
And he said, "Okay, Mom, yeah, you're right." He totally changed his tune.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Wow. Yeah, that's like that meme that's going around the internet. That's like, I gave you life, so you give me your Halloween candy. That's the deal, you know? Oddly enough, this year, I've actually been enjoying the Kit Kats. I don't know why.
And Butterfingers. I love Butterfingers.
I don't even beyond the Butterfingers. I've been digging the Kit Kats. I don't know. Something about that wafer. It's all about the wafer. All right, so we digress. All right, well, I have some fun tunes to share. A couple announcements. At least one big announcement to share with you guys. Yeah, whoa. So, big announcement coming up. But I wanted to kick off the night with this song that I wrote. Good gravy. It might be as old as You're a Part of Me, which, you know, was 10 years old last month when I released it. So maybe let's do that. Okay. Where was I? Yes. We were up on vacation on Lake Huron the end of September, and I was just practicing because I had a concert that I thought I was going to play in October. And Melissa asked me if I even remembered this song. And I was like, maybe. And then I just pulled it out and played it, and really, really, I don't know. It's one of the, like, I always thought this song was good, but I guess the older I get, the more life the song feels like it has. The more I'm able to appreciate the depth of the lyrics and the story than I was even when I wrote it, like probably 9 or 10 years ago. So this one's called All That's Mine Is Yours. Or maybe just All That's Mine. I don't know. You know, when you don't think you're going to record a song, you don't necessarily name it. So anyway, here you go. All That's Mine Is Yours. When we met, love was a prized import, kindness purchased at the corner store, and a month's supply of joy shipped to your door. But I've worked the fields, and what's mine is yours. Your garden blossomed with care, peace lilies adorn your hair, like a faithful maple lends all of its support. I've dug deeply, and what's mine is yours. All that's mine is yours. All that's mine is yours. All that's mine, the work, the wine. All that's mine is yours. Years later, coming home from war, my branches were all but torn but you kissed my face and so softly implored, I've tended your seeds, and what's mine is yours. All that's mine is yours. All that's mine is yours. All is yours, both love and war. All that's mine is yours. Our children grew tall as firs, wept like willows outside your hearse, but a note you left in your bureau drawer said, remember, babies, all that's mine is yours. All that's mine is yours. All that's mine is yours. All that's mine, I've lived my life. Now all that's mine is yours. All that's mine is yours. All that's mine is yours. All that's mine, the work, the wine. All that's mine is yours. Yeah, that's a good one.
So good.
So on all of these songs, I'd love to hear your guys' feedback, because some of these I'm considering, like, do I record them in 2020? So, let me know what you think of the tune. If you want to hear that recorded, maybe what it sparks, makes you think. And there are no, so I had someone after the last Livestream concert, or no, it was after the release party for You're a Part of Me. She private messaged me on Facebook. She's one of the patrons. I won't say who she is. But she was like, hey, I didn't want to, I typed this up, but then I felt like it sounded stupid and I didn't want to type it in and be embarrassed. So but I'll send it to you, which I was grateful. She sent it to me. But what she said was actually really profound. So just be encouraged. Look, if you're the type of person that is giving money every month to an artist to make something specifically for you, you probably have some deep waters in you. I'm just saying, statistically, you are not the average person, right? You are above average in the fact that you appreciate art and that you're spending your Saturday evening here. So please, if you have a thought, I really, really, really would love to hear it. Okay. So I'm gonna do one more song, and then the big announcement. The big the big Scooby-Doo announcement. All right, so this is another song that I wrote. Actually, it was 4 years ago, because it was during the 2016 presidential, 3 years ago, during the 2016 presidential election cycle. And I remember this song being really helpful for me to write, because at the time I was really wrestling with the limited, at the time with the band, right? I felt like all this pressure that I had to write country songs, and there's a really limited topical palette that you can write from within country music, right? And politics is completely off limits, actually. The Dixie Chicks learned that when they even just said something about a president, right? So you just don't write about politics in country music. And this song felt really freeing for me at a time when I was I'm not sure that I like I actually identify as a country music writer. And so this song felt very freeing to just be able to write what I was seeing around me and what was on my heart at the time. And bringing this song back, I actually changed a few lines just for me to kind of like bring it current, like completely current and up to date. But this song, it's still as relevant as it was 3 years ago when I wrote it. So I have a feeling I'm going to record this song in 2020 and kind of time it somewhere around like when all of the political stuff is just getting like super heated. So anyway, this song's called The Middle. Just like children and brothers, we would fight. One of us was wrong and the other one was right. Left to our own, there'd be another bloody eye. The bigger one would win and the smaller one would cry. Mama would sit us down and she'd teach us about love, family, and we'd listen a little. And she'd ask us to meet in the middle. War after war and a crisis every day. The corporations bought the land and we all moved away. Scattered to the corners of the country we had pledged allegiance every morning with our hands over our chest. I'm scratching at a screen while Daddy's laying in a room. We're all dancing to some rich madman's fiddle, and we're trying to make ends meet in the middle. Hey, yeah. I see 'em waving their signs. We're all trying to get out of this storm. I was born in the middle of this line where no one's getting closer to the door. 'Cause the middle is not the middle anymore. Daddy passed his debt and tax, drained the whole estate. Student loans, losing homes, damned insurance rates. South is seeing red, the north, the coast, a nervous blue. Most of us are sure that neither one knows what to do. I'd sit down at the table if my mother was still here. Maybe she could mend my eyes and open up my ears. Maybe if I listened half as much as I wanna fight, I'd find a way to get up off this floor. 'Cause the middle is not the middle. No, the middle is not the middle. The middle is not the middle Just like children and brothers, we were strong, till one of us was right and everybody else was wrong. Listen to that sustain. It's great. So yeah, still relevant. In fact, probably even more so than 3 years ago. All right, you guys ready for a big announcement? Woo! Big announcement. Okay, so nope, not the unicorn. Wrong picture. All right, so for those of you who were on the event for the October 5th concert that got canceled the day of, that was a whole mess. Not my fault. But I had these Phillip Fox VIP All Access USB drives made specifically for that concert to sell at that concert. The next full public concert I'm going to have is not until February of 2020. So I want to make these drives available for you guys to be able to give as gifts, and for others who are interested in hearing the music, but just because they're either not technologically savvy enough, not interested in having a membership subscription where they interact, lots of reasons. They want to hear the music, but don't necessarily want the Patron membership. So these USB drives I'm going to be making available this coming week. I wanted to let you guys know first. I will post up on the Patreon site a day in advance. I have a very limited quantity of these, so I want to make sure that if you guys want any, you can get access to them. I made this little movie that I want to show you guys. I think you'll dig it. It explains what the drives are, and this is also the movie that I'm going to be using when I make the post. So let's watch that, and then I can tell you a little bit more about these. I'm introducing for the first time ever Phillip Fox VIP All Access USB drives. On the outside, these look just like a backstage pass lanyard, but inside is a super fast USB 3 drive. These all-access drives make great gifts for friends, family, or yourself, and would fit nicely inside a Christmas stocking this holiday season. These drives contain every song I've released in the last 2 years, so that's over 20 recordings in MP3 and WAV formats. There's also over 5 hours of Livestream concert footage, HD album art for every song, hours of backstory videos, and 4 professionally produced HD music videos. So that's over 13 gigabytes of music and videos total. And what's even cooler is you can plug these drives directly into your car, smart TV, or computer. All right, so that link is live, store.phillipfoxmusic.com. I'll actually type that in at the end here if you guys want to go there. But like I said, I'm going to make a post on the Patreon site as well. The coolest thing about these, I actually have one right here. Coolest thing about these, well, there's a lot that's cool about them, but what I didn't realize how useful they would be is if you have a car that's been made in like the last 10 years that has USB port to access, like it'll actually like connect to your car stereo, you can literally plug these right in and it pulls up the music immediately and just starts playing it, and it's every song like that's been released. So that's super helpful. The same thing with smart TVs. Like you plug it in and boom, like you're just right there. So I gave one of these to my dad because he like doesn't do like technology stuff really. And there was one patron that I met in town that bought a couple of these, and both of them actually have just been raving about like how fun these are. Because like you plug this into a smart TV, you can just pull up all the videos. You plug it into your car. You've got all the music. And then if you just plug it into your laptop, you can access everything too. So I know sometimes, like for a lot of us, right, like our phones don't have huge data, like for storage. And we're also on like limited streaming plans or whatever. So like these can make really cool gifts for people. And they're uber small, can fit in a stocking. Like, you know, actually Michelle, who's been driving around with one of these, she hangs it from her rearview mirror when doesn't have it plugged in, and then just like pops the clasp and plugs it in. So they're super cool. So there we go. There's our big announcement. The USB drives are going to be publicly available starting this week, but you guys will have first dibs on them. So cool. Woot woot. 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 All right. Shut up and play, long hair, they say. Okay. So.
Who's they?
Well, let's see. Could be Tony Gruber. That sounds like something Tony. I'm just kidding. All right. What?
Anything in the comments?
Yeah. Tony and Aaron both commented on the first song. Oh, here's Michelle. She is one of 2 people in the entire world that have one of these drives, and her review is love it. Everyone should have one of these. Totally agree, Michelle. I completely agree with you. I actually, like, when I printed these, it didn't make sense to me for all of the stuff that I've made for you guys to, like, make a CD, because one, I couldn't even put all the music on it. And second, like, there's all, like, how many hours have we spent in these live stream concerts and release parties, right? And so I'm not sharing all of that with the public, but, like, there's 5 hours of live stream concert footage on there. So it's just like, why make a CD, when these USB drives, yeah, they were more pricey, but it seemed like they would be more, like, just make more sense. And then I could update them, as there was more songs released and things like that. But, yeah, I just didn't realize, actually, like, how much more useful a USB drive is today than any other music format, and the fact that these look like backstage passes just makes you look like, you're super sweet, because you guys are super sweet, actually. And if I was playing Nationwide Arena tomorrow night, you would all be backstage with me, like, just so you know. Okay, all right, sweet. Oh, check it out. Aaron said just bought one.
Oh, sweet.
Sweet. All right. Well, I'm going to get those in the mail this week. Thanks, Aaron. Okay. More music. Oh, wait, there's more comments. This thing doesn't auto-scroll for me. Oh, he said, didn't know you had a Square store. Cool. Maybe more items on there in the future. Maybe. One of the things I didn't want to do this time around in doing music was, like, just spend a ton of time on merch. Like, I love a band t-shirt just as much as anybody else, but there's just, I only have limited time, right, to do stuff. And so the USB drives are really like a passion thing for me. I felt really excited about them, thought they would be really helpful, and helpful for a certain, like I said, one of the things that I've heard from you all and from other people is you want to be able to share the music and you want to be able to access it easily. So, like, this seems like that addresses both of those, and it's in cool packaging. Like, makes it really easy to give and have someone feel excited about it before they even hear the first song. So, sweet. Okay, so I am right in the middle of recording this song for December. So November song is ready to go. That's going to come out in 2 weeks. And I'm in the middle of recording this tune that's going to come out in December. It's the first Christmas song I've ever written in my life. I'm so excited to talk to you guys about it. But I wrote it last Christmas. And so I was like, well, I have to record it for this year's Christmas because I've never, written a Christmas song before in my life. Part of the problem is it feels like everything you'd want to sing a Christmas song about has already been written. That's, part of it, So when I first had an...
Phillip's just not a big Christmas music fan. That's part of it.
She's telling my dirty secrets.
Calling you out.
Well, you are, but you know what? That should make you all feel really special that I recorded 3 Christmas songs for you last year. Mm-hmm. I'm just going to let that one sit there. A guy who doesn't really like Christmas songs. First, it was really hard to find 3 Christmas songs that I could even sing. That didn't make me...
It didn't make you cringe.
Didn't make me I wouldn't look like I was the Grinch, actually singing Christmas songs. But that's how much I love you. That's how much I love you. But now I have my own Christmas song, and so I'm going to play it right now. The testimony of the snow passage of the cold, or the witness of the frost, to everything we've lost, to all we do not know. The testimony of the land, dying again. Oh, the distance from the heat reminds us of our need, and the promise that was said. Oh, peace on earth, good gifts to men, with whom God has chosen to be friends. The testimony of the stars, since the day the earth turned hard, ever moving to align, to proclaim it was the time for deliverance to start. The testimony of our race, ever since we hit our face, all earth should be made new, and we should all be too. But until then we embrace, oh, peace on earth, good gifts to men, with whom God has chosen to be friends. All earth and heaven groan that we are not alone, and our prayers for this to end. Oh, peace on earth, good gifts to men, with whom God has chosen to be friends. Peace on earth, good gifts to men, with whom God has chosen to be friends. Peace on earth, good gifts to men, with whom God has chosen to be friends. So I was doing some work on the house, probably a few weeks ago, 3 or 4 weeks ago. And I had like a playlist going because I was trying to get inspiration for recording this tune. And I had my Motown Christmas albums like queued up. And Melissa, it took her like an hour. And then she was like, wait, are you listening to Christmas music? One, because it was like early October. Two, because like I don't listen to Christmas music.
Yeah, I know that you just don't listen to it.
Right.
So I was just a little shocked.
But I'm super excited with the way this song's turning out. It has all the cool Motown Christmas vibes. So if you're into Christmas tunes, like I'm going all, like this song has jingle bells on it, right? Like it's sleigh bells. Like if I'm recording my only Christmas song, it's going to have all the Christmas tropes. Like we're just going to do it all. So I'm excited for that one. Sweet. Oh, Michelle, what did she say? Oh, this is back about the USB drives. Let me pull this down here. She said, my sister saw mine, she's referring to the VIP All Access USB drive, in the car and was like, this is crazy cool. More artists should make these available. I agree. I've been saying this. If you go back to like one of the very first video posts, I made for you guys, like at the very beginning of this Patreon thing, so 2 years ago, or almost 2 years, I said that we are like so ahead of the curve in what we're doing, right? Like you guys connecting directly with an artist, believing in what that artist is making, receiving it directly from them, having these cool interactive moments, utilizing technology in ways that bring us together, releasing music regularly instead of like in these giant batches and then having to find it in Spotify playlists and all that stuff. We're so ahead of the curve. You guys are trendsetters, totally. And this USB drive thing, like this is it again, right? Like the music industry moves super slow, and we'd rather, and I've got nothing against vinyl. I think vinyl's awesome. If I had a space to set up, my dad actually offered me his old vinyl and like tube receiver and amplifier and the whole deal. If I had some place to set that up and actually listen to it, like I would. I love vinyl. But the fact that vinyl is outselling this year, vinyl outsold CDs for music format for the first time since like 1973 or something like that. Or no, it couldn't have been that. It was in the 80s. But the fact that like that's our answer is we're just going to go back to a technology from like the 40s and be like, that's our answer for music. Like, no, like there are better ways. And this is one of them. So off my high horse. You guys are awesome. You're trendsetters. You're my favorite. Okay, I should play another song before I start like slapping things and stomping things. I get real animated when I'm passionate about something.
It's true.
It's true. Okay. So this is the newest song that I've written. I wrote this song on vacation. Vacation for us, so this is the way we vacation, or we like to vacation, I should say. This year, things got wasn't quite according to plan. But we pull into the place, we unpack, we stay there, and we don't turn the car back on until it's time to come home, which is like a week or more. That's my idea of vacation. Just like really hunker down someplace, preferably on the water. Lakes are my jam. Northern Michigan is my jam. Although I'm sure I could probably do the Pacific Northwest. It's a little further. Yeah, it's a little further away.
Just a little.
So when you're in that kind of space, like for those of you who went to college or like did theater productions or like anytime there's like rhythms to things, we recognize like how much rest our bodies actually need when we give them the space to say, oh, it's okay. Like, you know, if you need to get sick, you can get sick. Like if you need to rest, you can rest. So like we spent a week just like letting our bodies just completely exhale. And in the middle of that, it was one of those days where like the waves are just pounding the shoreline. Big breakers, like 6-8 foot breakers. Wind was howling. It had been kind of rainy. Something about those days. I wrote a song like that on vacation. I wrote Spirit of Our Age, which I released last year. I wrote that song on vacation during a very similar day like that. So this song is certainly the most poetic song I've ever written, and I wrote it intentionally so. So, you know, just kind of sit with it. If there's a line that stands out to you, maybe hang with that. Don't necessarily try to digest the whole song in one sitting. I am recording the song for January, so you'll get to hear it again. I've already decided. I've actually already finished the cover art, even though I haven't started recording it yet. I'm just really excited about this tune. It's called Beak and Song. nest and plume. It's all I have, more of what I need than am. Fly on to the fence with you. Peck the ground. It's all I have, more of what I need than am. Today my wings are tired. Beacon song, branch and claw, hope and breath. It's all I have, more of what I need than am. I can find another breath to rest. There you go. Beacon Song coming at you January 2020. Was the sound effect? Was that too much? Okay.
Crazy.
I am crazy. This is the kind of crazy stuff I do when I'm up here all by myself. I'm working on music. I'm like, and then I just end up with like, oh, this is what the song needs. Ding. Okay. Oh man. Man. All right, well, there was something I was gonna say, and I forgot what it was. Help me out. Someone out there, help me. Remind me. I don't. You don't know. I don't know either. Yeah, got nothing. Okay. The VIP USB. It even has my picture on it. Okay. Reaching that point of the night where I can tell I spend an entire morning with like a room full of small children. Yeah, there was no better way to describe it than just small children. Okay. Well.
And they're super cool parents.
They're super cool parents. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. It was a really fun time.
Mm-hmm.
And we ate pizza and cake, and then I had a carb coma. All right, I have one last song that I want to share with you guys. So I had tried to write this. I've been trying to write this song, I should say, for close to a year, maybe. I guess the more I've actually the more I've just been able to explore writing and writing what I actually want to write for you, as opposed to what the industry says we have to write in order to sell or get placed on playlists. You guys knew that, right? Like all those Spotify playlists where they recommend stuff for you, people pay to get on those. You knew that? Well, now you know. So instead of writing to that formula, writing what I want to write, one of the things that I've just I have realized is really how misogynist so much of the songwriting, like popular songwriting for the last like 50, 60 years, has been. And it got me thinking, like as I'm sharing music with my kids as they're growing up, right? Like I have this daughter who is just amazing. And in most of the music, right, the only thing that she's actually able to relate to is "Hey Girl" or "Baby" or, "Sugar Thing" or whatever, and it's like, I actually want my daughter to have different messages in the music that she listens to. And, fortunately there are women that are writing that kind of stuff now. And I guess in some ways have been. But the music industry is still like 85 or 90% male. Last I looked, like that's producers, recording engineers, front of house mixers, people that make music, musicians, like the whole industry. It's like almost 90% male. So first of all, you're only getting one perspective, and then you're only getting this perspective that self-perpetuates because that's what's sold in the past. So that's what we're going to continue to make because we can't take any risks, right? So I wanted to write this song that kind of cut right to that, but I didn't want it to feel pandering. I didn't want it to be like, well, hey, I'm a man, so let me tell you what it's like to be a woman, because like that's dumb, So I didn't really know like how to get like a footing to write this song, but it's stuck with me. It's something that stuck with me. And I had like a melody, and like an opening line or two and like kind of an idea, but like just could not get any momentum going on it. And so like a couple months ago, I was sitting in the living room. So my son Falcon goes to kindergarten every other day. And so every other day, Ren and I just have like this time, hours to be together, which she's never had with me. She's always had to share me. So we're just doing what we do, and she's being totally her, and she's brilliant and funny and like smart and strong and active and just like athletic and mothering. She wants me to be her baby, and she changes my diaper and like puts me to bed. Does my hair. It's hilarious. And so I had this moment where I felt like I just heard God's voice, and he was like, you know what, that song you've been trying to write, why don't you just write it to her? Like, why don't you just write a song that you want your daughter to hear when she's older? And I was like, oh, that's easy and simple, right? And so like I just sat there like in my journal, and I have it here because I'm gonna have to look at the lyrics. I don't have it memorized yet. I just sat there and like wrote this song, to her. And I've shared it with a few women since then, and gotten some positive feedback. So I'd like to hear what you guys think about this. I hear this song fully produced in my head, but this would be like, I feel like I'd need like a live band to actually do this song. I don't know how I personally could do everything in this song that I hear, but I'm going to try with the little voice that I have left to share the song with you guys. It's called "You're a Woman." Not to be confused with the classic 90s country song hit, You Make Me Feel Like a Woman. It's not that song. No, that joke just went right over Melissa's head. Probably most of yours too. Anyway.
I didn't know it was a joke.
Picking myself up off the floor. Okay. Well, you ain't no baby child. You ain't no sugar thing. Yeah, you're a woman and a daughter, the joy of your father. Yeah, you're a woman who's made to shine, a woman with the gift of life. Hey, you're a woman, you should be proud. A woman, yeah, you're fierce and a fighter, the tender igniter. You're a woman who's free to shine, a woman with the gift of life. You ain't no little doll. You ain't no fragile thing. Yeah, you're a woman and a lover, the strength of a mother. Yeah, you're a woman with what we need, a woman who's really free. To be a woman in all of your glory, a woman, tell us your story, a woman, give to the world, and every part of how you're made is proof that you were made to be. Tender than tough, woman, yeah, you're brilliant, a feeler, caring, a healer. You're a woman like the divine, a woman with the gift of life. Woo! So yeah, man, I'd love to have. Oh, Tony said, "I can hear it." Me too, man. Like, I want a real drummer to record this song. There's just so many fills. Like, I could probably play the bass part, but like, I totally want a real drummer for that. Yeah, that's just smoking. Aaron said, "What a powerful gift for a daughter." I hope so. I hope she digs it when she grows up and is a woman. Yeah. So, yeah. So that's all the tunes, unless there's any special requests, because there's still time we could do one more song. So if you guys out there want a special request, if there's something you wanted to say about any of the songs tonight, that's cool. If you have any questions about anything, that's cool too. Guess not here in the house. Man, that's really bugging me. There was something I was gonna tell you guys or share with you earlier, and then it just keeps just disappearing. Michelle Pierce. She says that song is fire. Absolutely love it. Woo! Yeah, another check mark from the ladies. Appreciate that. Yeah, it's one of those things like, you know, man, you ladies have just been so mistreated. I just feel really like, you know, I look at the women in my life and they're awesome. Like, just so awesome. And when I don't see that portrayed in the messages from art and media, and then when I also just see like all of the garbage that you all have to deal with from my gender, man, it just, in some regards, it makes me, you know, it made me a little hesitant to even want to write this song because I didn't want it to be like another mansplaining thing, you know. But I do think there's actually like, as a man, right? There are things that women can say to me that actually mean more because it comes from a woman. Like, I think we're made for that, right? Like, that's why, like, studies have shown, right? Like, if you don't have a mother and a father in the house, right? Like, that affects like childhood development, right? So like the gender is important, right? And I think both genders are awesome. So I did feel like there was something special to be able to sing this from a masculine voice and say, hey, you're awesome, right? Like, women, you all know you're awesome already, but also like from a masculine voice, like, also you're awesome. Not that you need that to be like, to have worth. You already have worth, but you know, like, we all know it helps when someone else acknowledges like, oh, by the way, like, you're awesome. So ladies, you're awesome. Thank you for the gift that you are. All right. Well, my voice is, I can feel it. Like, I'm close to max. Like, I've done all the screaming and yelling and all of that stuff that I can do for the day. So, love you guys. I've really, really enjoyed being with you tonight. Oh, I'll say this too before you guys leave. You can share these live stream links. Like, you know, if there's a friend that you think would want to watch this, a family member, whatever, like, share it. I mean, at this point, even if you just want to post it on your Facebook profile, like, I don't care. Like, this is a gift for you guys. This is what we're all doing. And if you want to share it, like, just share the link. It's not listed, right? So if someone clicks on it, like, they have to watch it in YouTube, but they don't need to log in or anything like that. So if they have the link, they can watch it. So feel free, share the links, you know, just because you can. And that's cool. All right. So love you guys. We will see you in a couple weeks for the release party for November song Exhale. All right. All right. Oh, wait. We got one more comment. Tony said, great show, Phillip. Thank you very much. Last song is a hit, and Aaron's right. It's also a great gift. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Oh, and Aaron said, great night. Great concert. Sweet, sweet. All right, guys. Much love.